Overnight success. This is a word that gets thrown around all the time. With this video, we're going to be looking at that word but putting it into the perspective of Real Madrid. Because we always have players who just shine out of nowhere, players who just become stars out of the blue, and we're going to be discussing those players today. But before we get into that, since it's my birthday, smash like if you enjoy the video. I truly appreciate it. So we're starting off with a player who you might not even remember, Alphonse Areola. He came from PSG, he was a lone player, and this is also when Keylor Navas went to PSG. But Areola surprised us all due to Courtois having one of the worst moments, and I would say this moment changed his entire career. He was playing a match under Zidane. He had a poor first half. Zidane went to go and substitute the goalkeeper. He substituted Courtois, put Areola on, and from there Areola was just insane. Of course, he was there only for a season. They did not sign him permanently, and Areola definitely not an overnight success exactly, because he was good before, but he just was on a whole nother level. We're talking about he was better than Courtois. He was better than Courtois. That's how insane it is. The next player is also a goalkeeper, Keylor Navas. So if you did not know, Keylor Navas was signed in the 2014-15 season. He was a good player, but he just did not get any game time. That being due to Iker Casillas. This was also his last season at the club. He was screwing up constantly. And Navas never got game time. And then out of the blue, the following season when Casillas left, Navas was put immediately into the starting goalkeeper. He performed, keeping clean sheet after clean sheet, and even going straight clean sheets in the UCL until it got broken against Wolfsburg. But Navas, insane player. He definitely blew everyone's minds. Everyone thought he was not that good. Everybody wanted David De Gea to be in the club. But Navas, to me, definitely an overnight success player, because he wasn't playing in the previous season, and out of the blue, he's just a star. From there, he just continued and continued and continued. Now he's a legendary goalkeeper, and that makes us move on to Marco Asensio. So Asensio, he is the definition of an overnight success. He was brought in the 2015-16 season. He then got loaned out to Espanyol. He performed by Espanyol, but not to a level that we actually thought he was that good, as he showed when he rejoined the club. He came back in 2016-17. Zidane started him. This puts us into perspective. Zidane saw his talents from the start. Zidane saw that this kid can start, and he started over Hesse. He started off with one of the best debuts I've ever seen. He gets onto the ball, scores a screamer, and from there he took off. His next few matches, he scored in each of them. We go into the knockout stages of the Champions League. Against Bayern, he scored. UCL final, he scored. The next season in 2018, scores bangers against Barcelona, and everybody thought his career would take off, and it did. This one was most recent. This one was in 2022/23, Federico Valverde. So we know Valverde as a bench warmer. We knew this guy had the talent. He had everything. But just how do you fit into a midfield of Casemiro, Kroos, Modric? It's impossible. But Federico Valverde, what changed in his career was when Ancelotti put him in a different position. And this changed Federico Valverde's career as we know it, because he improved in all aspects of the game. His goal scoring was on a different level. Valverde scored over 10 goals in the 2022/23 season. With the blonde hair, you don't get a more iconic player. Well, actually I can't say that. You don't get a more iconic version of Valverde than that. This guy was scoring banger after banger, assisting, and he was starting over many other good players. And since then, he's been moved back to midfield, and he's been the starter. He's played every single game, whether it's from the bench or starting. This guy just does not miss a game. He hasn't picked up any injuries. Valverde, coming from that 2022 season, has continued that. Maybe not in the goal scoring side of things, but in all other factors. This guy has improved, future captain, and I would actually say in the next 3, 4 or 5 years, he will be the captain. This is an obvious one. Matter of fact, this is happening in this current season. Jude Bellingham, coming from Dortmund, a midfielder who had no aspects and no right to be this good in the attacking side of things. Because Bellingham, we know him as a good midfielder. He could dribble well, he could put good crosses in. I don't know how Ancelotti saw this. I don't know where we saw this coming from. Real Madrid lacked a striker. And I'm not saying this to say Bellingham is a striker. He did not fulfill a striker role. Instead, he was pushed more up the field into attacking midfield, scoring 20 goals so far in your first season. 28 goals and assists so far this season. I can bet nobody predicted that Bellingham would be the player that he is today. Everyone said he would flop. People said he's overrated. But he's proven all the critics incorrect. And last but not least, Andriy Lunin. Lunin, we brought this guy in from 2018. We did not see the potential from the start. We saw he's a good goalkeeper. Young, he has a lot of time on his hands. But we had great goalkeepers. We had Keylor Navas and Courtois. Two old heads, I know. As it looked in 2022, nobody would have predicted that Lunin would be this good. I did see the potential in 2023 when he would play some games when Courtois was injured. And Lunin this season, while Courtois has been injured, he has had to compete with Kepa, which Kepa is a good goalkeeper, no matter what anybody says, and he could start for any other club. Lunin has shown his value, and this has come from absolutely nowhere, straight up. And listen, I know I didn't mention obvious ones like Vinny Jr., Benzema, but those are ones that we all know already. And that's it for now. Leave your opinion and smash like, subscribe. Peace.